My mother died when I was 17. And ever since then, I desperately wanted to have children. I was looking for a way to recreate the bond between a mother and child. And I just wanted someone to love me unconditionally the way that she had. So I figured one way to fill that void was to have a baby. So when my husband and I got married, I was on a mission. Now I knew that it would change our lives. We would no longer be that get up and go couple who went to random New York City concerts, who went out to dinner 3-4 times a week, who took these unexpected getaways. Like, things would be different, but I was ready for it. I was ready for everything that the process would offer. Before I found out I was pregnant with my first child, I had heard horror stories about childbirth. For some strange reason, very strange reason, no matter how traumatic or agonizing or disgusting the experiences, women, myself included, love telling their pregnancy stories. I had heard one in particular that scared the shit out of me. I was terrified. And after hearing that story, I decided, you know what, this is not for me. I renounced all thoughts of wanting to have a baby. I don't like pain. I don't like disgustingness. I said, I'm good. Done. However, unbeknownst to me, as I was listening to that tale, I was actually a few weeks pregnant. Now, when I found out that I was pregnant, I was terrified. Thanks in part to that story. But also, I was bringing a person into the world, and I was going to now be responsible for another human being. But I looked forward to it. I was ready to embrace the journey. I was ready to experience everything that this had to offer. And I wanted to feel the good, the bad, the ugly. And sometimes when I felt the bad and the ugly, I would run to WebMD, run to Google. A pregnant woman and the internet, very dangerous combination. I would self-diagnose all the time. I remember one night, I yelled down to my husband, honey, I think I'm experiencing round ligament pains. We don't have anything to worry about, but I think we could be close. And to my surprise, close we were, because shortly after, I gave birth to my first daughter. So that day, I had decided to take off from work. I was seeing my OBGYN once a week at this time, because it was late in the process. But I had canceled the prior week's appointment and decided, you know what, let's play it safe. Let's go see her. So I went to the doctor, accompanied by my dad. He was my partner in crime, and it was a routine appointment. Measure the belly, check the heartbeat, blood pressure, blood test, urine test, all that good stuff. And everything was good. Everything was normal. Before I was leaving the exam room, I just happened to ask, hey, doc, how do you know when a woman is in active labor? Well, it's relative. Kind of go in, spread our fingers. Halfway, 5 centimeters. Whole way, 10 centimeters. All right, cool. It was 2 weeks from my due date, so I said, see you later. Before I left, though, she said, you know what, you want me to check you? I'm here. Why not? I'm curious. So she goes in. Oh, my goodness. Oh, your goodness, what? You are 6 centimeters. You're having this baby tonight. Doc, I'm not feeling any pain. No symptoms. And you see, some symptoms of active labor are intense pain due to increased contractions, headaches, backaches, leg aches, fatigue, ruptured ring in the membrane, bloody show. I wasn't feeling any of that, so I thought she was crazy. Doc, it's not happening. No, it is. I need you to get to the hospital as soon as possible. Look, I'll play your game, but you're wasting your time. Fine. So as I left, I thought to myself, do I tell my dad? He's a worrywart. He might think the baby's going to come out in the car. And then I thought, maybe I should tell my dad just in case the baby comes out in the car. So we hop on the Belt Parkway, and I go to pick up my husband, which we thought was hysterical. The very pregnant wife about to drop a baby is going to pick up her husband. We get home. I shower, nice long shower. I shave just because I didn't want to shock the doctor when she was down there. My poor husband made a failed attempt at putting together a bag because, like I said, we were 2 weeks before our due date, so we were not prepared. My dad, who had enough anxiety for the three of us, was trying to rush us out the door because, like I said, worry wart, he thought this baby was coming. I go to pick up my brother-in-law, and I'm just saying this to illustrate how serious we thought this was. So we get to the hospital, and I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm having like survivor's guilt because all of these women are walking up and down the halls. They're hunched over, pained look on their faces, and I'm just chilling. I'm like, really? So they rush me into triage, rush me into L&D, and they hook me up to the monitor. At the same time, my husband's in the corner hooking up the speaker to some Bob Marley and Tupac. And I thought to myself, if we had some weed, it'd be perfect. So I'm looking at the monitor, and the contractions are going crazy. They're going up, up, up. And I'm like, oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. But I'm not feeling anything. And I'm thinking, you know what? If this is how it's going, who needs a needle in her back, right? So the doctor comes back in, and she's like, you know what? Women around the world would hate you. You were almost 8 centimeters dilated, and you're feeling nothing. I'm going to have to break your water. And when I do that, you may feel a little bit of pain when you get to that first contraction. You still have time for an epidural, but you got to let me know quickly because there's a limited opportunity. All right, cool. So she pulls out this long-ass tool that looked like a knitting needle. And she inserts it into my vagina, and psh, a flood of like this warm liquid just runs down my legs. And that first contraction, after she broke my water, was excruciating. So she looks at me through this smirk and says, you want that epidural now? And before I can respond, my husband, who's next to me, leans over and says, no, we're good. So I look at him, and through clenched teeth, I said, we are not good. We are not laying on this table about to push out a human. Doc, can I please have that epidural? So he leaves. And she gives me the epidural. And when I tell you epidural equals heaven, I was high as a kite, and it felt so good. About 25 minutes later, I started to feel this intense pressure. And, you know, if I wanted to hold it in, I wouldn't have been able to. And about 4 strong pushes later, out comes my first baby girl. Second pregnancy, 20 months later, I wanted kids, so I was just making it happen. Second time around, I had switched doctors at this point. And this doctor, very popular doctor, tons of patients. She saw all of her pregnant patients on Fridays. So I knew that it was gonna be hours before I got in to see her. So I go to the doctor's office, I sign in, and I say, you know what? I'm gonna go get a snack. Stop at Five Guys, I get a burger, fries, some peanuts. Went to Haagen-Dazs for dessert. Saw a couple of friends. Enjoyed the beautiful day. I'd gone to work that day, so it was later in the afternoon. I get back to the doctor's office, and 4 hours later, I'm up. So I go in and I say, look, doc, I know I'm about 2.5 weeks away. I'm in the safe zone, which is great, but I need you to get me to Sunday. This was a Friday. I need you to get me to Sunday. My girlfriends are taking me out for a maternity massage. We're going to brunch. They're throwing me a little sprinkle. Anything after Sunday is fair game. So mind you, she's examining me as I'm having this conversation with her, which was awkward in and of itself. And all of a sudden, oh my goodness. Are you fucking kidding me? Didn't I just tell you I needed you to get me to Sunday? You're 5 centimeters. This baby's coming tonight. So I call my husband up. Hun, apparently we're having another baby tonight. His response was similar to mine. And a New York City cab ride later, and about 4 hours after that engagement, I welcomed baby number 2. Now with baby number 3, I waited 5 years, so I wanted to give myself some time. I was a bit more nervous. There was a pattern here. I wake up, have a great day, and all of a sudden, I'd be giving birth to a baby. So I had decided, you know what? I'm going to schedule all of my appointments on my work from home days because I wanted to be close to home so that, you know, God forbid anything happened, I would be near family. So with my laptop in tow, I head to the doctor's office. I get into to see the midwife, and I say, look, just want to give you a heads up. Last 2 times, I was 5 and 6 centimeters, had no clue, and then a few hours later, I had a baby. You know, 3rd time's a charm. Let's see what happens. Sure, no problem. We'll check you. So she goes in and she checks. Oh my goodness. And at this point, my thought is, are you serious? Like, you guys are MDs. Like, you can't come up with anything better than oh my goodness. And she says, Mrs. Shea, you're 4 centimeters dilated. All right, I get it. Last time I was 5, I was 6, I'm 4. There's still time. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Like, can we just make this quick so I can get out of here? You know what? I'm sending you up to L&D. I want to just monitor you, make sure all is good. Don't think you'll have any issues. You'll probably be out before the night is up, but just want to play it safe. Fine, no problem. Get up to L&D and hook me up to the monitors, and the contractions are going. But again, I'm thinking, all good, I'm going to work tomorrow. Doctor comes in and I say, hey doc, I gotta go to work tomorrow. I need to finish some things up before this baby comes. I'm 3 weeks away from my due date. Can you just, let me go? Oh no. You came in and you were 4 centimeters. Half an hour has passed and now you're 6. You're moving. This baby's coming tonight. Call my husband. Hey, honey, guess what? Baby coming tonight. And about 3 to 4 hours later, baby girl number 3 enters the world. So I am convinced that the doctors go in there, start poking around, and they kind of kick off the whole active labor thing. That's my theory, but I'll never know. They say that it's difficult to be pregnant with girls. Girls kind of suck the life out of you when they, steal all your beauty. But I will say that I've been pretty lucky to have given birth to 3 beautiful girls, and I've had fairly easy pregnancies and pretty quick and semi-painless labor and deliveries. I keep telling my husband, we got to try for number 4, He's got 3 beautiful daddy's little girls. All I want is 1 mama's boy. He keeps looking at me like I'm crazy because he's like, in New York City, kids are expensive. I get it. But, I have been thinking that maybe I need to kind of pace myself and be careful what I wish for, because with my luck, I'll probably end up having another girl. And maybe the 4th time around, active labor might not be as kind and as friendly as it has been to me these past 3 times. Thank you so much.